Okay guys, here's a mobile home where you own the land, there is no HOA, and you can park an RV in the driveway. You have one driveway here, and that other driveway there next to that bush is also yours. Take a look around. Go now under the carport here where you could park your vehicle or RV. Looks like your property line ends right on the other side of these bushes. But this mobile home is a little, I think, over 20 years old, but overall it seems in good condition, and this seems to have a good value. Nice shade under here, and you have this little fire pit area, okay, where you could entertain. Like right there is a fire pit. You have nice sun exposure here towards the back. You do have some power lines, but it doesn't seem to be any type of hazard in my opinion. Okay, and so you see the property line there. So I guess this lot next to you eventually could be developed. There is an older mobile home over there. There's a utility electrical source there for that property, but this is your property here with your shed, and this is all your land, okay, that you own. You have some space between your neighbor, and you also have this nice gazebo here in the back, and all this land being yours. Nice tree. And it's the height of summer. It's in August, and it feels good back here. I'm not getting eaten up by bugs. We're in South Florida, right on the borderline of the tropical zone, which would be Vero Beach. We're just 10 minutes above Vero Beach. This is your gazebo here, and that's your neighbor, and this is looking back at your property. So I think this has value. Okay, nice trees here. It looks like it has a central air running, central air conditioning, very old it looks like. This is your electrical service here. Let me just take a look, step back. So it comes from above head off this street pole. There's some cactus on the ground, that's interesting. And then it hits your meter, that's your electrical meter. And then it comes into your main service here. So it looks like you have a 150 amp service that feeds your mobile home. And then it goes down into the ground there. Excuse me. And then you do have a screen room here in this outdoor porch. And here's your landscaping. Looks like your neighbor's seasonal because they got the hurricane shutters up. And again, we're in August, so that's your driveway too. Two driveways. I guess they may have an RV. That's your old central air. It is running. And this is a screen room. The screen looks in pretty good condition. And this is your front here. So you have quite a bit of outdoor entertaining space. Okay. And let me just see if this is locked. And so, yeah, I like this. I like what it has to offer. I would say overall, a lot of positives. A lot of positives. Okay, own the land, no HOA, quiet community. I'm going to drive around the community. I don't have access inside, but let's just see if we could take a look. So it has like some type of wood or laminate floor. Looks like it's vacant, clean, but you could pull an RV in here. You could pull your car. You're about 10 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. Again, 10 minutes north of Vero Beach. Probably about 20 to half hour south of Melbourne, Florida. So you know, overall well located. Let's take a drive around the community and see. I haven't heard much. Neighbors seem pretty quiet, and see what we can find. This is the second driveway, and so you could use this as an RV concrete pad, and then you could pull your car into that carport. So they may already have done the work for you. There's not, you can run an extension for the electric. I don't know about sewer or septic. There's no RV hookups, but you could park a vehicle here, whether RV or whatever. This is all your property, pretty much to that pole, and then that's your neighbor. But in my opinion, again, a lot to offer here, being that you own the land and there's no restriction. Let's just pan around here. Yeah, it's your neighbor's driveway. This is your second driveway. Your neighbor across the street has a fifth wheel next to their mobile home. There's some nice newer mobile homes over there. Seems like a very quiet, older demographic. There are some rundown, older mobile homes on some parts of the street. So we'll take a walk. Well, actually, we'll take a drive. I'll get in my car. We'll take a drive down the streets, and we'll see what the neighborhood looks like. Looks well maintained though, but you would be in charge of mowing your grass and taking care of your lawn. Your neighbor, there's a barking dog next to you. Your neighbor's lot, which obviously I believe would end. You got a cactus. It's weird. Cactus in Florida. Your lot would end right here, and then this is, I guess, to be sold. Or someone lives there. There's a car there. I'm not sure if anyone lives. It's a very run-down mobile home, and the grass is overgrown. So, but you have plenty of room with the storage sheds to store a lawnmower or whatever you need. And even though your neighbor's mobile home is in need of repair, it's a quiet community, so I don't think you have any problem. All right, let's take a ride around. Okay, so we're in my car now. I'm gonna drive around the community. Just to get a feel for the surrounding street and how the neighbors' properties look. Again, no HOA, but the properties seem to be overall good, even though your neighbor, again, has an older mobile home and this lawn is a little overgrown. With that freedom will come some people who, you know, have that liberty to do so. But I feel overall it still has a feeling of a well-kept community. With pride of ownership, very quiet. There must be a lot of seasonal residents, because I do see a lot of people with hurricane shutters on. And again, being that I'm making this video in August in South Florida, most of these people, well, not most, because it seems like this street has quite a few residents, but some of these people are seasonal. And this is a dead-end street. Okay, so you're not going to have a lot of through traffic, which is another positive in my opinion. And excuse the camera there, forgive me. And then your neighbor, one of the neighbors on the end here, has all this stuff on their lawn. Yeah, it's quiet, nice community. I haven't heard much noise at all. I heard one dog bark a little bit, but nothing that gives me a red flag. I don't feel any red flags. See, that home has the hurricane shutters on. I don't see any garbage in the streets. I don't feel unsafe. I would think I would feel comfortable walking around here at night, but of course we'll see. Older demographic. Older guy riding his motorcycle. So when you don't have an HOA, you could have motorcycles, you could have dogs, but everyone, oh, excuse me, I just adjusted my thing. Everyone seems to be taking care of their property relatively well here. And there doesn't seem to be any major issues at first glance. I'm going to drive around the surrounding street. You're right next to Route 1, 10 minutes away from I-95. So, and again, 10 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean. So you have a lot of positives here. And a lot of these mobile homes are new or newer. Some are older, but I'm sure they'll be eventually sold or redone. But I like the street. street overall, in my opinion, would get a B. Yeah, B, maybe a B minus. A B minus, or you could even, if you want to be tough, C plus, because of a couple old mobile homes. But I would say B minus to B. Here's the street directly behind you, and all of these seem like dead-end streets. So this is like a little community, okay? But it seems like there's no like community pool or anything, because again, there's no HOA. But you see here, there's just people that do have their RVs. This person has their Class C just parked in front of their home. So I feel pretty encouraged that you would have a lot of freedom, pretty much like a single-family house, with no HOA. That's what it is. You own the land. Now you have to see the zoning, right? Like, I don't think you could put I don't know if you could put a single-family home on that if you wanted to. Probably not. So you have to see how this is zoned. Is that zoned only for a mobile home? I mean, you could tear it down and put a new mobile home, but that just matters to you as far as for your future, or even when you sell it, the potential buyer would want to know what are their options. Here's like a little RV, there's a little pop-up trailer park there. So another dead-end street. Yeah, see, there's single-family homes behind you, which is another good sign. Solid community. There's people invested in this community. But these few streets that you're located on seem to be all mobile homes, so there's probably a restriction there that you can only have a mobile home. This is a brand new mobile home, just about. Big one, nice one, very well maintained. Looks like a seasonal person. So I've heard 2 dogs with a light bark so far. So I haven't heard any, you don't see any stray animals right now. You don't see any trash on the streets. These are all things you look for. You don't see any loitering. So overall, the community is getting a solid B, in my opinion. Obviously, the location will depend on your personal preference. But to me, the surrounding area gets a B. Again, it will also depend, too, if you have kids. Or the nearest hospital would probably be in Vero Beach or Melbourne. Excuse that phone thing. But, yeah, I feel good about it. Let me know in your comments below what you think. And what do you think about the community? Overall, again, I think it's a positive. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.